Allison, it was a summer of discontent for many military families across the country with news of potentially widespread burial blunders at Arlington National Cemetery. Fox 5 spoke with the family of one fallen Marine who went to Arlington to see if their son was in the wrong grave. The teenage Marine's casket was unearthed to see whether he was part of the disturbing statistic. Bob Barnard has the story.
Visiting Arlington from their home in Canton, Ohio, Scott and Melissa Warner have just identified the remains of their Marine son, Heath. The 19-year-old private was killed by a roadside bomb in Iraq 4 years ago. He was buried with full military honors. But was he resting in peace where the Army said he was?
This was honoring Heath and making sure that he had the dignity, that he was buried where we were told he was buried.
Turns out this was Heath Warner's final resting place, positively identified by this tattoo on his arm. But Arlington recently found 3 others buried in the wrong graves.
To have something like this happening, it's horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying, and it's really inexcusable.
The discrepancies coming to light in this Inspector General's report released in June.
The IG report found potentially 211 discrepancies in particularly 3 sections of the cemetery.
A Senate subcommittee this summer reported as many as 6,600 graves at Arlington may be unmarked, improperly marked, or mislabeled.
Arlington represents to the world and our country the value we place on our veterans in life and in death. And the Army must restore the solemn trust that America's heroes deserve.
Congress wants to know what's happened to more than $5 million spent to modernize the cemetery and computerize its burial records. Iraq War veteran Tom Tarantino says there's a simple solution.
They have to upgrade their systems. They have to get rid of the paper-based system and go to these modern 21st century systems that the VA has been using for 10, 15 years.
After positively identifying the body, the Warners had Heath reburied.
And I have to tell you, Melissa and I want to say we're sorry to Heath. Because we had to do this to him.
And that was Bob Barnard reporting. Army officials say that so far no other families have asked to have their loved ones' remains exhumed at Arlington, but the Warners don't believe they're going to be the last ones to do so.